Um, it's hard to hate him because what do you? I mean, what do you? I mean, he's anybody would want him in their franchise.
Yeah.
Period. Right? He's a class act. He's professional. You know he's gonna prepare. He doesn't bitch and whine. He takes less money to get people on his team. He wants to win.
Yeah, nuts.
All he wants to do is win, which is all you want in your quarterback. That's all I want to hear is about winning.
Hopefully, Sam Darnold turns into that. He evolves into that.
Yeah, we'll see.
So
I mean, I don't.
well, let's get to it, man. What's up, everybody? Welcome. I'm Joe Larsen with the Larsen Group at eXp Realty. We're here in Jacksonville Beach today with my friend Jamie Holmes from Movement Mortgage. Jamie, how the heck are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much, Joe, for taking the time to come by our office and just here to answer little questions that a lot of people normally ask me when looking to buy a home.
Yeah, well, we appreciate your time. You know, obviously you're a busy guy. Dude, you had an incredible 2018. So tell us about your year and tell us about Movement Mortgage and a little bit about what you do.
So I'll start with who I work for. So I work for Movement Mortgage. We are a company that was started in 2008 and last year alone did $13 billion in mortgages. So basically what that means is in a short period of time, we are now the 5th leading purchase lender in the country. And it really just has to do with our process.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants to know, like, well, how'd you guys get from 5 employees to now we have over 5,000?
Yeah.
How does this work? What's the difference between your company and, let's say, the bank down the street? So Movement Mortgage, the biggest thing about the value in our company is about the process.
Yeah.
So you hear multiple times people are like, it took over 45 days to get my loan closed. They kept asking for the same documents, and everyone gets really, really frustrated. The clients are crying. I'm crying. Like, you don't want that, right?
I'm crying.
Everyone's crying. So what we want is we want things to be as easy as possible.
Okay.
And what Movement wanted to do was we understood in the loan process, the underwriter, right? They're the gatekeeper.
Yeah.
I would say they're like
judge, jury,
executioner. They're your mama. What mama says goes.
Yeah.
And we got to please mama. That's
it.
all my goal is how can I get mama on my side to make this loan go through? Because it's a fact. And if mama's a decision maker, the underwriter, why would you not want the underwriter to see the client before they're under contract?
Yeah.
So we kind of talk about what's the norm. The norm right now is a client goes under contract, they pay for the inspection, they pay for the appraisal comes into the mortgage company, and then they get in front of the underwriter for them to review the entire file.
Yeah.
But what if there's issues on that client that could have been foreseen up front?
Yeah.
So now you have a client that's, Joe, I just paid $350 for my inspection.
Yeah.
Now I'm $450 deep in for my appraisal.
Yeah.
And now we're finding out there's an issue on me, the buyer. And everyone asks the same question. Why did we not know that earlier?
And all of this could have been prevented up front had they talked to you before, right?
Correct. So, so Movement's like, listen, how can we turn the scripts on what this happens in our industry? How do we fix this problem? So what we want to do is we want to have the underwriter be able to view the client before they're under contract.
Yeah.
So when they do go under contract, they know they got that security blanket. That's what I want. I want to be viewed as a security blanket. That's what I want to be viewed as. They want that Jamie Holmes blanket, kind of knowing like, okay, well, an underwriter already viewed me as a buyer, said that I'm good. Yeah. So now all we have to worry about is, will the home appraise? Things to do that are outside of their control.
So you guys are streamlining the process up front to make sure that everybody is prepared. Does Movement Mortgage just focus on mortgages?
That is all that we do. So that's sometimes people say like, well, I bank with X. And listen, I'm not here to bash other banks. There's a lot of big banks out there that can do a great job. However, when you're trying to go through the mortgage process with that bank, that's not their only cup of tea.
Yeah.
Meaning you're going to talk with one person that might take the application, and they're going to get sent off into the abyss, and you got to talk to numerous people again and again and again, all to try to get on the same page, just because the process isn't as streamlined to make it as easy as possible.
That's a good point. So rather than working with the big box banks where they've got a multitude of products that they offer, you guys are just focusing on loan products, helping the folks with their loans.
Correct.
Whether it be FHA, VA. Talk to me a little bit more about that and what you guys offer from the loan products.
So all we handle is residential mortgages.
Residential mortgages. Okay.
So that's our expertise.
Awesome.
That's my job. That's all I care about. That's all I want to talk about.
Yeah.
So for us, people want to know, like, let's talk about loan products.
Yeah.
Right. So with Movement, we have first-time home buyer products. Those are products that can help with down payment and closing cost assistance.
Okay.
We have our own internal program that can give a 4% grant off the purchase price to help with down payment and closing costs. We do conventional FHA, VA, USDA, construction to perm products now on the conventional side,
Okay.
and renovation loans.
Awesome.
So pretty much we offer like multitude jumbo loans. The only things I could say that I don't offer would be home equity lines of credit, and I cannot do, it's really just HELOCs.
Okay.
We just don't offer that product. That's
And HELOCs is, just to clarify, is home equity line of credit. So we can get that a little bit more in depth, but just a general synopsis of what HELOC is if you have equity in your house, you have the right to take out a certain percentage of that equity and utilize that for improvements or whatever the case may be. We can talk about that at a
I
second.
call that charge card on your house.
The charge card, yeah. That's
Really, it's like a $30,000 credit card limit that you have, and you can borrow against at any point in time.
Yeah, exactly. So you had, before when we started this video, you talked about 2018 being
Right.
a really successful year for Movement Mortgage.
Correct.
What about you yourself specifically?
So for me personally, 2018 was my best year, and a lot has to do with my team. So if you want to talk numbers, I was the number 25th loan officer in the country out of about 1,500.
Wow.
I did over 30 million in volume and over 151 units.
Okay.
So
That's
great
awesome.
year. My goal moving forward is to try to get into that 50 million a year range. And to be honest, I want to be in the top 10 realtors, sorry, that's your neck of the woods. Top 10 loan officers at Movement Mortgage.
Yeah. And
That's
so from looking ahead standpoint in 2019, from the loan standpoint, tell me a little bit about what you're seeing in the market. Are we healthy?
So I mean, everybody wants to know about like what's going to happen with the interest rates.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the biggest thing right now.
And every day I wake up to and I pray and I look at the magic 8 ball and I don't know. Like people can, the rates are what they are right now. Are the rates up a little bit more than they were a year ago?
Yeah.
Yes. Do I think they're going to skyrocket over 6%? No. I think we're going to be in that 4.5% to 5% range. Which again, if you look at it in like a 30-year period, we're still at the interest rates are still really, really, really low. And if you don't believe me, ask your parents when they first bought a house in the 80s or 70s and were paying 16% and like 4.5%, like this is a deal.
Yeah.
So in our housing market in Jacksonville, I think the housing market is great. Like,
It's healthy.
It's healthy.
Yeah.
It's still, I'll still be considered a seller's market. I don't know what the inventory is exactly right now,
Mm-hmm.
but I do know that normally when you have a house between probably 220 and 285,
Yeah.
it's going to multiple offers, biggest and best, bring it. We got to
Yeah.
close in 20 days.
Which
We're gonna get that
is
house.
important, right? You mentioned multiple offers, so that's another
Correct.
reason why we've got to be prepared up front. So, dude, you obviously know what you're doing. You've been in this business for a little while,
Yeah.
right? And we're seeing healthy projections for 2019.
Absolutely.
So, if you guys need a question, or if you have a question and you want to reach out to Jamie, you can reach out his contact information. It's going to be below the video, but he is happy to talk with you and help you guys out with any loan products. In any way that we can help you, please feel free to reach out.
You'll have my cell phone number, so
Yeah, that's the most important thing, right?
it's all about communication. Like I feel the biggest reason why people have a fear about purchasing a home
Yeah.
or the process just isn't that smooth is because of lack of communication.
Right, 100%.
So if what I want to do is I want to make sure, just like if you're my family member, right? Like I want you to have my cell phone number. I'm available for you. If you need to call me on the weekend, call me on the weekend, shoot me a text. We just want to make sure they're always on the same page, because if not, people just don't feel happy, and this is the biggest investment of our lives.
It's communication. I 100% agree with you, and that's a great point. So you've got his cell phone number, so you can call him or text him at any time, and the same thing with me. Call me or text me anytime. Jamie, let's knock out 2019. Happy New Year, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you next time.